Okay, now we're recording.
Okay, now we're recording.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Slime Boss here. Welcome back to the Crazy Cat Podcast. It's been a minute. I hope you guys are excited for the Switch 2 as much as we are. It's been quite a minute since we sat down and recorded a video, so if you want to help support the channel and, help maybe get podcasts out faster, you can leave a like, comment, and subscribe, letting us know that you enjoyed this content. And if you did and want to help support us even further, you can check out our friends over at Dubby. I have some in the background over there. If you use our code CrazyCap, you get 10% off of your order. And actually, I'm going to try to release this video next week. And I'm scared to say some promo stuff because just in case it comes out too late. But during the month of May, they have a 2-for-1 deal. So if you buy 2 tubs, you get 1 free on top of your 10% off. So if you want to help support us even further, you can check that out. You can also help us out over on Patreon, because even at the $1 tier, you get access to these videos a week early, these podcasts a week early, and you get access to exclusive content as well that we release exclusively on Patreon. So if you like that sort of stuff, go ahead and help support us. It's completely optional, but if you enjoy our content, it would really help a lot. Anyways, I am joined by my co-host, Reverse Mailman, and Toonsy, Just Joseph, whatever you want to, whatever.
It's funny.
And we're here to talk about Just Joseph, whatever. Mr. Joestar. How does he say it in part 4? Mr. Joestar, or part 3, the English. What is it? Joseph says, "Nice job, Caesar-chan."
I haven't watched any of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure yet.
You need to.
Anyway, really? You should.
Today, we're not talking about JoJo. We're talking about the Minecraft movie, because it's been a few weeks now since this came out. We were initially going to see it together, and then plans kind of fizzled out. All 3 of us have actually seen the movie on our own time. Unfortunately, Jet has not seen the movie yet, and I don't think he has any interest in seeing it. And honestly, I don't blame him, because this, people need to understand, is a Minecraft movie, not the Minecraft movie. And because of that, we didn't get an accurate one-to-one representation of Minecraft as we so thought. But personally, I thought it was a good time. So, what should we begin with? I will let you guys take the wheel, because I think you guys have a different opinion of me than me on this.
I didn't like it.
Okay, end the podcast there. I don't.
No.
It was bad.
No, yeah,
Speak your thoughts, use your words. Come on.
Me and my girlfriend actually left right after the Elytra scene, where they were had to tuck in together. Yeah.
The man sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. After they did that and kind of landed or whatever, and then Jason Momoa was like, I've been a better sister to your brother than you have, or whatever. I'm more of a sister to him than you are. And
water bucket.
And I was like, yeah. I mean, I wanted to stay, I really did, but it felt too targeted towards younger viewers. Someone 21 years old.
I would disagree wholeheartedly. The reason
I 100% agree with that.
So
this felt like the Teen Titans Go of movies.
I haven't seen that, and I've heard that's actually fantastic.
It did.
I've heard Teen Titans Go to the movies is actually better than the show.
Oh, no. Okay, no. I'm saying Teen Titans. I've actually seen that movie. I did enjoy it.
Oh, okay. We're talking about the show then. That's not good.
Yeah, I'm talking about the show.
Okay.
See, what this movie was, what it actually was, is it was a bunch of clips that were, funny, I guess. Because it was a comedy. They put, a bunch of clips together, and they made a story out of these funny moments. It was like you just jump from one moment to the next moment, and every moment feels like it could be its own little YouTube clip, and it's full of jokes, and not a lot of the jokes really landed with me.
Oh,
so that's why I say that it feels like the Teen Titans Go of movies.
That does make a lot of sense. I did feel a lot of modern Cartoon Network isms in there as well. But to me, when I look at, first of all, there's a lot of lore in there that is indicative of modern Minecraft as of right now, because a lot of legend stuff, and there's a lot of if you know, you know. If you don't know, then it just kind of goes over your head. So there is a lot of little details in there as well. But
Yeah, I don't
this
know
movie
those.
wasn't like I when they first pitched the idea of a Minecraft movie, they're like, okay, we have to be incredibly accurate to the source material. We have to sort of build this, like, how do you have a narrative around a game that has no narrative? So they struggled with that a lot, and there's a lot of concept art that shows some really cool scenes that would have been interesting to see on the big screen. But ultimately, I am really happy with the decision that they went with, because Minecraft is not something that you transfer to the big screen. It's At this point it's inevitable, but it's not something that you can easily do. And so when they're just like, I feel like at a certain point, maybe in 2020, they were just like, okay, fuck it. We're going to hire the guy that did Napoleon Dynamite, first of all. Second of all, we're going to get Jack Black to play Steve. They're just like, you know what? Whatever sticks, sticks. And the marketing was on point. Having the YouTubers there was on point. The set design, actually crazy. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, the animals look weird. Okay, the animals do look a little off. But the world building and the purely the visual fidelity of the world is, even though it's not Minecraft, it looks really good. And like some of those things I want. Like I want those like 3D printed realistic Minecraft items and stuff. Like they look good. And so the
Yeah.
direction that they ultimately went with, in my opinion, is better than getting a really shitty narrative driven movie, because then that would have just been a bad movie and a bad time.
Well, no, I actually would have enjoyed that more.
But then
Because,
that
see,
would have like actually been bad. They knew it was bad and then would have pushed out a bad thing.
well, look, here's the thing. A Minecraft movie, like, it looked bad. Like, say, Chicken Jockey is really funny because the joke is it's so stupid, it's not even a joke. And so it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know, it's Chicken Jockey, and I'm like,
The joke
what?
is not a joke. It's more of the surrealness and the absolute don't give a fuckery. It's just like Jack Black just said shit and people screamed. And that,
Found it funny,
I
yeah.
think, is not funny because of what the joke is because of the context of the situation. Like it is not like, okay, I'm watching a Minecraft movie, not a Minecraft movie. I'm watching a movie that is related to Minecraft, and they're saying these weird jokes. If you have the mindset of that, you're gonna be like, "What is this?" Versus if you go into it and you're like, "Oh yeah, they're making fun of themselves for even thinking that a Minecraft movie could even work." And that is what I
Mm.
enjoy about it more, is that going into it, making fun of it because they are making fun of themselves.
Well, I mean, see, the thing is, I find I really enjoy bad movies. Like, I do. I can
Like
sit
bad
down and I
movies
can,
because like the original Mario movie a bad
Oh man.
movie, or like a bad movie because it's just bad, or like Captain Marvel.
okay, Captain
Okay.
Marvel, no, I don't like Captain
You
Marvel
can't
that
even
much.
go into Captain Marvel and just like make fun of it. You can't because it's
Yeah,
that bad
see,
of a movie.
I
Versus
like I
I think the original Mario movie in reverse thought process is actually really good. Probably for the same reasons I like the Minecraft
yeah.
movie, but they took it seriously. Versus the
Yeah, oh
Minecraft
yeah,
movie did
no.
not take it
Dude,
seriously.
I love really horrible, awful movies that take themselves seriously. Because that's what I can laugh at. Because it's like I can make fun of the story. There's not really much of a story here. It's
No,
just
there
me.
really
It's just
wasn't
like,
to begin
yeah,
with.
no, it's just like a bunch of clips thrown together. Like you go from one scene to the next, and it's like you look at the jokes, and the jokes are like the meat and potatoes of the film, and a lot of them just don't land, and it's bad because the jokes aren't, like, a lot of them just really aren't that funny at all, and it's hard to laugh
So
at that.
one, the Herculean task of an alternate reality where your ideal Minecraft movie exists. First of all, impossible task. Second off, the over to me, I think the overall theater going experience, even though I didn't even get the chicken jockey throwing the popcorn at the screen, I didn't
Me
get
either.
that. So I think
I didn't get
what
that far.
makes a good movie is the experience because I could just watch that shit at home, you know. And if I do, it's because I'm more invested
Mm.
in the art of it, right? I can
Yeah,
sit down and
I
properly
think that was
analyze it and go into a deep dive of like, man, JJK, all the undertones and the da 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 da, and versus a Minecraft movie where like I'm sitting in the theater with my sister busting a gut because it's so bad.
that was actually, that is actually a very good theater movie. Once it's out of theaters, people aren't you can't watch it in
No, no
theaters
one's gonna.
anymore.
I'm
No
not.
one's no one's touching this thing.
Uh, to be fair, I feel the same way about Disney movies. So it's like I want to go watch Lilo and Stitch. I'm never gonna watch that shit ever again.
Oh,
Like
dude, I love Lilo and
I want
Stitch.
to watch it in theaters because because it's my childhood. It's one of those movies that I grew up watching, and I know you can. This hits home for you, Mr. Joseph up there, because Hawaii and all that. But also, I don't after I leave the theater, I'm never gonna watch that ever again. I
Oh,
very rarely watch movies ever again, and so if I'm like, you know what, I can forego the theater experience and watch it at home. That's when I know it's a good movie.
Right. Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. Um,
For a second there, I thought you were saying that Lilo and Stitch just isn't something that like you have to watch that in a theater, which
No, I'm
I
saying I'm
disagree
going
with.
to because I want to, but I'm saying your point is invalid because I wouldn't watch it afterwards anyway. I wouldn't
right,
watch it
like
Oh
right
like
no,
the
I'm just saying no one like this like I don't think anybody is going to really be watching this movie outside of theaters.
no.
I think a lot of what makes this movie like good is the theater experience.
Yeah.
Like everything like a lot of like pretty much everything that is good about this movie is sitting down and making fun of it with a crowd. And that is perfect for a theater. It's much, much harder to do once this is out of theaters.
And
if I
I
may,
think it's go ahead. Yeah, we haven't heard from you. Go ahead.
my bad. Yeah, I just wanted to say I feel like the movie, the reason why I feel like it's exactly that point. The reason why they made it was so that they could kind of have like people find this sense of community. I don't know if you've realized this, but more and more throughout the years since I want to say like since COVID hit, people have just been so isolated, so used to separating themselves, not being able to function without having headphones in all the time or whatnot. So I felt like, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I felt like if you go see that movie by yourself, it's unbearable to watch, you
Yeah,
know?
it's.
Which is
Yeah.
which is what I've heard
I,
unanimously across the board.
I
Go
think
with
we.
friends, go with a group of people.
I think we all agree it's a terrible movie, but like the reason why I enjoy it so much is that experience, is going with
Right.
people and
Yeah.
just enjoying
That's
your
actually
time with the film.
Right.
that's actually a really good point. I do think that movie did successfully bring people together.
And I'm sorry, is that a
Which is
popcorn bucket behind you? Is that from the Garfield movie?
yes.
I
Where
never watched that. I ended up
oh
never watching that movie.
I
It
wanted to
wasn't that
watch it.
great. It wasn't that
No?
great.
I would have
Oh, that's a
figured,
shame.
but Chris
Let
Pratt
me
and
show you
everything.
something kind of cool.
I would say it was better than a Minecraft movie, but like it doesn't have the like that sense of community attached to it, so it's not very
I saw that
iconic at
movie
all.
with you, didn't I?
Garfield movie?
No, Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle. Yeah,
Oh, I
I
never
believe
watched
you
that.
did. Yeah, no, this was one of the things
I don't.
from that.
That's the only thing AMC has over Harkins is the
Yeah, is
popcorn
the
bucket.
custom stuff.
But like, the popcorn is better.
Well, I got this from Harkins, the
What?
Garfield.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
What? They
Yeah, it's
Oh
never
wait,
do
from
that
no.
stuff.
Remember Harkins did
they
one
do
for
now.
Alien Romulus where they had the big alien head.
I don't remember
Do you remember
this.
that?
No.
Yeah, yeah, they did that too. They started stepping up their game because Harkins one did, as far as I know, I don't know how true it is. It's official, but Harkins one to kind of connect with their fans more. You
Mhm.
know.
Okay, so let me
Yeah.
ask you guys this. Especially video game movies. Now, I would understand if it's like an
Mm.
artistic masterpiece, i.e., like
The Last of
Sinners.
Us.
Sinners, very good movie. Very great movie. I'm not talking about video game movies. I'm talking about movies, period.
Oh, okay.
That is something I would want to see again. I would care about the theater going experience, but I would also care about the longevity of the franchise, but also the movie itself versus a video game movie. Personally, I think that the initial debut is the only thing that matters. I don't think anyone would give a
Mm.
crap if we're like still talking about Sonic 3 10 years down the line. We're still talking about the original Jurassic Park, like what, 30 years, 40 years after the original?
Yeah.
I don't even know. So, those, my question to you guys is, would you rather have a circumstance with video game movies where it's the talk of the town for its initial debut month and amazing movie theater experience versus an artistic masterpiece that people are going to be talking about for decades when it comes to specifically video game movies? Which would you rather have?
When it
Man,
comes,
you go.
okay, yeah. When it comes to specifically video game movies, I think because there's just been like they've just historically have not been that great.
From
So I
movies
would,
experience from the movie perspective, yes.
yeah, I'd say overall they haven't been that great. So I honestly, I just want some like good classic films. Like I want like 30 years down the line, I can like show my kid like, hey, check out this movie. Like, yeah, no, this is like sick. This
It,
is like Sonic.
I I think it's tough with video game movies because there's usually not really a whole lot to adapt. And when you said The Last of Us, I would agree. I would say that if it wasn't a show, I would
Hmm.
say that would probably be something that would last for a long time, at least the first season. I don't know
Yeah.
about the second season. But like it's already a movie. Like they built that
Yeah.
shit to be a
Exactly.
movie
Exactly.
initially
Th-
versus the
yes,
Super
they
Mario
did.
Brothers movie.
No.
It's very hard to see a reality where we have a masterpiece Mario movie that we're talking about 10 years down the line,
Yeah.
other than for maybe intimacy, like the original Mario movie or like the Minecraft movie. I feel like we're still going to be talking about this 10 years down the line. Chicken
Oh yeah,
doggy!
we will.
Like, but not because it's a masterpiece, but because of the cultural cornerstone that it ended up becoming. But
Flint
go
and
ahead.
Steel.
Flint and Steel. Go ahead, Joe. What were you gonna say about my question?
Uh, well, I just want to make sure I have it right. I wrote down what I remembered you saying. It was like, would I rather have a video game movie, like a movie, a video game that is good quality and a great experience in theater for a short amount of time, or a great movie overall that I'd rather talk about years later?
Yeah, so like a
Um, I
Jurassic Park or a Minecraft
mhm.
movie.
I think I think what is most important to me when it comes to video game based movies, and I'm just gonna say shows too, because there are more shows out there than movies that I know about.
Hey, I mean the Super Show
Um,
is great. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah, but that's true. But yeah, I guess I should be more
Is
like
that
when
an
they released
adaptation
Halo.
though? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, but remember when they released the Halo show on
Oh
Amazon
God, that
Prime?
was awful.
It was, and that was disappointing. It was very disappointing. And I was like, if they had just made it for the fans, right? I feel like a big thing that ruins these movies is when they try to make the movie for everybody,
Yep.
or show for everybody. That ruins things. For me personally, one of the things, one of the scenes, for example, in The Last of Us, that like this part of the game, um, that held a very close that has a very soft a special place in my heart, right, was when you meet Bill for the first time.
Mm,
I don't know if you guys seen the show.
I've seen the show. Yeah, well, most of it.
Liam, no. Okay, are you okay with me saying a little bit of something? Okay. Also, yeah, like spoilers if you haven't watched season 1 of The Last of Us, and if you haven't, go watch it. What are you doing? Season 2 is already out. But like, or just play the game, right? You'll get the OG
Yeah.
story. You meet this character, and he helps you get a hold of a truck, and you go through this school and stuff, and you find out that he was gay, and he had a partner, right? And the build up to that point, right? You're like, oh, he left. You're going through the missions, and you find these like little notes here and there between them in the game, and then you find out he hung himself because he got bit, right? That for me was like, whoa. I'm not huge on how oftentimes shows and movies will just add in LGBTQIA stuff purely for views, right? Like just because I feel like that is really unfair and not right.
It's not
So like in the
realistic
show,
either.
right, like you're not just gonna have like a man in a show just to have that token gay person. That's wrong,
Hmm.
right? Of course, you want to build the story and you want to have like the relationship, and they did that well in The Last of Us. But that whole time where you find out and kind of like grow alongside this character and get attached to this character, Bill, right, was completely removed from the show.
Hmm.
Instead, you did get a very nice, kind of sentimental um, view of the relationship between Bill and Frank. They killed off Bill, and they changed Frank's death. And I feel like for me, they just tried to make it so that everybody would like the show with doing that, you know. And although they did that really well, I have nothing against that personally. But that was an example where I felt like they tried to make it for everyone. When if you had done it the way it was in the game, I feel as though the fans would have been like, "Dang, oh my god," because that's the first time you meet a bloater, and they completely changed it up in the show
Hmm.
to where it just like walked out of some like rubble from the ground or whatever because it caved in, and that ruined it for me.
I think
Um,
a very good example of what you're saying is the Mario movie
oh, I thought you were gonna
versus
say Borderlands.
no versus Borderlands.
Oh
I think
yeah,
I think that
yeah,
is
yeah.
exactly what you're saying.
Oh, oh, yeah. Borderlands was
That is a
bad.
Borderlands movie in name
Oh,
and character only.
yeah, yeah. Literally, like they had Claptrap because you need to have Claptrap for it to
Which
be
is also Jack
Borderlands.
Black. Like,
Right, right,
what are they
what?
doing?
I mean, did
He's
you see
Jack Black.
Borderlands 4?
Is Jack Black
They
gonna be
released more.
in that?
No,
Oh,
no, no, no. But Claptrap's in there because it's not a Borderlands game without Claptrap, right?
yeah.
So he's in there, which is
Which
nice. It's
I,
it's nostalgic.
side
Oh,
note, kind of funny. The next bit of Borderlands 4 news that we get is in the Nintendo Direct. I think that's kind of crazy that we, yeah.
what? Maybe he is.
No, no,
Oh
no, no, no. My point
no.
is that what did we? I think we got it at the Game Awards, the announcement or something like that. And
Well,
then
we got a whole gameplay thing.
well, no, no. I'm saying when it was first announced, it was at the Game
Oh
Awards where
right,
everybody
right,
could see
right.
it. And then the
Yeah.
next time that we see it was at a Nintendo thing. I'm like, what are we doing?
Oh, I see. I see.
What
Yeah,
faith
yeah.
does the Borderlands team have in the Switch 2? Like,
Well, I mean, think of it like this though. PlayStation did something similar with The Last of Us Part Two, because I actually just watched their full 8 hour documentary on it. It was amazing. But so they had a similar thing where they're working on Uncharted 4 Lost Legacy, right? And they had to release that. And then remember the story they had with the two females? Oh man, what was it? Oh no, no, sorry. Lost Legacy, yeah. Uncharted 4 Lost Legacy was with the two female characters, right? They were releasing that game, and at the same time, they dropped that trailer where Ellie is playing the guitar, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
think it was E3. And then at the PlayStation thing, right? They had like all the PlayStation stuff, and then they revealed another trailer of The Last of Us Part Two, right? And I feel like they kind of did that with Nintendo because they released the thing at whatever the Game Awards, right? And then at the Nintendo Direct, they also released another snippet, which I thought was cool.
I just don't know. I just don't know because I don't see Borderlands as a Nintendo franchise. Like, I'm like,
No, not at
you would
all.
think the
No,
next
no,
time that we would see it at like an Xbox showcase or something, but God forbid a
yeah.
Nintendo Direct. Anyway,
Right.
but like I
I feel like
totally
it's
agree with what you were saying before. If there's more to that
Yeah, but
thought.
yeah, I have a lot. Yeah. I mean, it's just it makes it sad because I feel like there's a great injustice in trying to generalize fans
Mm.
because not everyone likes The Last of Us. Not everyone likes Borderlands. It's just not some people's shtick. And when you
yeah, it's
try
just
to, oh, yep, sorry.
yeah, it's just like the movie industry as a whole. They get like a lot more success and a lot more money and viewers when they go for a more generalized audience generally,
The
and that
crazy
really
thing is remember Endgame? You
I
know
do
how
remember
fan
Endgame.
servicey that was? Not only
That was
for
very good.
Yeah,
MCU fans that were like enjoying what they were cooking, but
Mhm.
comic fans as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I'd say like
yeah.
generally the rule is they make more money when they generalize, I think, or else why would they be doing it? But
But
the exception is for stuff eh, like like Marvel, like actual say like video game movies. It's like I mean, come on, like you gotta play to your audience, and it's like
Hmm.
if you're making a
right,
Sonic movie, make a Sonic movie.
right,
The
right.
first one I would say, like, if we're gonna go that route too, we can talk about basically the Sonic trilogy is like an evolution of that statement as well. You have the first movie, which was like they were really playing it safe.
Well, not at
Second
first.
movie they made it, or what
Ugly Sonic.
the first Sonic movie they were playing it really safe. Second movie they were finding their footing and they made a few mistakes. Sonic 3 fucking peak video game movie, I would say, because they got it down the balance of what makes a good Sonic movie, but also like still catering to the fans and like what sort of storylines that they want to see. Because again, the Maria storyline wasn't adapted very correctly, but it was adapted well enough to be
Right.
coherent enough with the story.
Yeah, I like that they change things. I do like that they change things. I think that's necessary for a video game movie. You need to change things. It needs to be different
Hmm.
because otherwise, I mean, if you're making it for the fans, then it needs to be different because the fans have seen it already. You got to tell a new story.
I mean, I'm sure people wouldn't mind a 1-to-1 on the big screen.
No, yeah.
It
Like
would
if you
probably it
no,
would
if you
probably
remade Wally and you changed that shit up on me, I'd actually like lose my mind. I'm sorry, bro.
like
I
the
love
reason
like
why a lot of the
yeah.
live actions Disney adaptations aren't doing too well is because they're changing
Yep.
very significant things about the story that aren't warranted. Snow White, big example. I don't want to go too much into the politics of it, but there's a reason why there must be some reason behind the scenes why they're changing certain things. But if there was a 1-to-1, maybe Snow White live action that was just a live action Snow White, and but they also had another movie cooking up that was original, at the same time,
Well,
then people I think would be
they
a lot less upset. But then they look at the Little Mermaid and they're
Yeah,
like,
it's
"This is
just
not the Little
reboots.
Mermaid. This is not the Little Mermaid." And so I just feel like people
ah
would not care as much
yeah.
if it was just a live action, just the same thing, but on the big
Right.
and
Like the Lion King,
but well, yeah,
sorta.
yeah. Lion
Yeah,
King was actually not terrible. It was just the voice acting. uh, and so, but then you get something
I
like
just don't
Mario.
watch them anymore.
I mean, I watched The Lion King. It was like the only one I watched. Um, but like again, with video games, you got movies like Kingdom Hearts. You got games like Kingdom Hearts where you're like,
I would love a
I
Kingdom
can
Hearts
see
movie.
that being adapted into a movie. There's already rumors about it. I can see
That would
that
be so
going pretty
sick.
well. Mario, on the other hand, there's not much to pull from. Mortal
But they'd be
Kombat
good.
2, it's like what we got was like good enough. It's like how are
Oh,
you
I
really
see what you
gonna
mean.
how are you gonna really
Okay.
craft a movie? Video games are so hard to adapt. It's just like
Right.
what are we gonna do here? There's not really a whole lot.
Have you
So
noticed that the video game based like movies and shows that do the best typically are cast like a movie already? Like obviously, my go-to is going to be Forevermore and whatever, The Last of Us, because they literally had to act out for the game in these
mhm.
suits. They had to act the scenes out. So of course it's going to be more um, natural feeling when you see that on
Yeah.
a show. But with Mario,
But
I
I
mean, there's
think about
story,
it.
but
In terms of like the overall audience of people that want video game movies, like the video gamers, they
right,
know the Last of Us show movie adaptation is going to be good because it's going to be easy to do.
yeah,
But what they
right,
want is a good Mario movie. What they want is
right,
a good
right, right.
Minecraft movie because those are the
But
big
that's hard to
top
do.
big dog
That's hard to do.
franchises that are basically impossible to go into to movie format. I'm trying to think of like
Right.
what
Yeah,
other.
no,
Oh, we're
they gotta
upcoming
make
on the
bold.
Zelda movie.
Oh,
That
dude,
I'm like on the
this
fence
Well, wait,
about.
what?
There's a live action Zelda movie coming out May next year. I
man,
am
I
very on
wish
the
it was
fence
not
about
live
it.
action.
I think it'll be fine. It's Miyamoto. Miyamoto has his grubby little hands on it. It's gonna be fine. The problem is, it's like, okay, do you adapt a one-to-one story from the games, or do you create a mess so original story for the movie? That's where it's gonna be like a coin toss.
Thomas,
No, 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 no,
is that real?
no. It's not Tom Holland.
My God! Oh my
That
God! I
is
got so
just like most
scared.
people are like he like fits the role the best, or Timothy Chalamet, or you know.
Oh
I
God.
don't know, man.
But
I wish, dude. Legend of Zelda
Oh
and
no.
like
Okay.
and like made by Studio Ghibli would go so hard.
it would be, but like Studio Ghibli doesn't even make
Oh
movies anymore. They made that last
no.
one, and that was definitely a cash grab.
But you
Yeah.
talking about Boy and the Heron?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
that
I
boring.
didn't
movie
watch
was
that
That was
one.
not
boring,
good,
man.
and also like I was like, oh man, like a new Ghibli movie. We got
It's gonna be
Willem
fire.
Dafoe. We got all these crazy voice actors, and it was just like okay, like
Boring.
yeah. So
That
it's
that left a
like,
bet.
and when was the
It's one of
last
the
one? Like
few
a
movies.
decade ago? Like
It's one of the well, no, they've actually still been making movies.
uh,
It's just uh that was his eighth time making his last movie or something like that.
oh. But again,
Right,
the
because
point
wasn't he
is
supposed to end it with Howl's Moving Castle? If I remember correctly, was either that or Kiki's Delivery?
there's
Yeah, I don't
again
know.
Illumination. Like I don't know, people are like, "Oh my god, the Mario movie's gonna be live action." Illumination was probably the best fit for a Mario movie. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, the graphics. I'm sorry. Listen, the graphics were so realistic, but also cartoony. Like,
It felt like a Mario game, and that's what I think he wanted
yeah,
to do.
yeah,
Versus
it
like,
was it
do
was
you
nice.
want a Zelda movie to feel like a Zelda game? I don't think
No, I'd want
so.
it to feel more like a Final Fantasy
And
movie.
people are like already angry. They're like imagine if we had an Illumination Zelda movie. That would not go good. Like it's like the
No.
Wind Waker situation in 2002 all over again. They want the gritty shit. So, well, they
For
wanted Tears of
Zelda,
the
they want it to
King.
be gritty.
Yeah, they wanted Tears of the Kingdom to be the Majora's Mask of the generation.
Ooh.
So,
Uh, hmm.
anyway, I
It
feel
was a
like
good
this
game.
ended up evolving into a video
Yeah,
game
we
They're
spiraled.
just
adaptation.
like video game
We
movies. I mean,
split
it's
off
like
from the sacred timeline here. All right, we need
Like
to kind
we
of like
did,
I
recenter
I
it's
feel
a
ourselves.
like
good
video game movies
discussion.
is on topic, I'd
It's a
say.
good discussion, but like again, I wanted to try to recreate what we had with the Mario movie because that was the movie going experience was good. The movie was like pretty good from a movie standpoint, and then we had a great discussion about it. This is more like, oh God, like existential. Like, what are they gonna go from here? Mortal Kombat 2 is coming. Oh God.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like, okay, do you think they make a sequel?
To
Mortal
Minecraft,
Kombat.
A Minecraft movie, yeah.
I I
I
think they will. I
no,
I
don't
think so too.
want
no.
to.
I
Well,
think
Look
they
at the
made
FNAF movie.
the
There was
Minecraft
nothing of
movie.
substance in that movie. Like it was not. It was no one talked about it after it came out. It was not a good movie by movie standards, and it was not a good FNAF movie by FNAF standards.
see,
And
see,
yet we're
FNAF movie is
still.
actually see FNAF movie was actually like I feel like a perfect example for me. Like I've never played a FNAF game. The FNAF movie was my
I didn't say it was bad. I
example
just said it
of
wasn't
a
good.
bad. No. That's my example of a bad movie that I loved making fun of. It was fantastic.
See,
Oh,
I
I
was
dang,
loved it.
overthinking
really?
it the whole time because I was like, we've been waiting 10
Was
years
that the
for
Bionic
this.
Ring 7?
No, I dead ass. I was like, and then when they came out and that first security guard was supposed to be Markiplier, I was reading so
Dude, I
much
was
into
so
this
upset.
movie. I was so invested
But,
in this movie lore wise from a lore standpoint,
hmm
and I was so disappointed. like,
Yeah, no. Lore based, it flopped, in
and I
my
was like,
opinion, hard.
they again a
Yeah.
lot of the lore and stuff that people talk about in the theory videos are very non-physical, and like, yes, it technically did happen, it's a part of the timeline, whatever. You never see that shit in the games. You
Yeah, no.
barely
Okay,
see it even in the books. And so when the movie
but
came out, I was like, oh, we're finally gonna see these things actually play out. And then we didn't. So and then
yeah,
we had a slumber party with the animatronics. Okay, I guess that's what
yeah.
we're
Okay,
getting.
Yeah,
so
well,
yeah, so we got to be getting okay. Back to Minecraft though.
right.
We have 100%. We're 100% getting a sequel to the Minecraft movie. It made too much money.
Oh yeah, they
They just
re-released it.
have to.
They re-released it. They re-released it
Yeah,
back in theaters.
what?
Yeah, they re-released it again so that it would have a longer lifespan, and I think either because of the backlash with the whole popcorn thing, so that they like made it more like they're just like, okay, you can do this now, or because Sinners stopped them, and I think that's funny.
yeah. Okay, so I would like to say two things about the movie. About the content of the movie itself. There was exactly one joke that I loved. That was actually a good joke, and it was the knife scene at the very end with Steve and the evil pig lady.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was
I didn't get
actually
that
a good
far.
joke.
Fuck.
You
I'd
didn't
like to
even
give
get
him
it.
props for that. That's not a meme, and I'm disappointed because that was the one really good joke.
Did you know that there's an end credit scene?
What?
There is
Nah,
an
stream that right now. Stream it
No
right
way.
now.
they not because it would mess up the podcast, but
Oh,
it Steve goes back to his house,
okay.
where like when he was a kid. I missed the first part of the movie, so he goes back to where he
Oh,
lived,
okay.
and he knocks on the door, and somebody answers, and the person that lives in his house
Oh, it's
now
fucking Alex.
has a green shirt and red hair and a braid going over their shoulder. And I saw a clip of somebody watching it in theaters, and he knocks on the door. He goes, "Oh, hello." And somebody screams,
The
"He's
scene is
gonna
real.
fuck!"
That's amazing because you know about that joke, right? You
Yeah.
know about the joke about the 2 hours like long sex scene
Oh
in the
my
Minecraft
God.
movie, and it was gonna be in the Fortnite movie. So that's really funny. Like whoever
But
did that
like, I
was.
just
Oh
don't.
man.
Who do they cast as Alex? Is my question. And
I
like,
Okay,
think I
okay, so
know.
like that
I
just
think I know
further
who they should.
cements it in my mind. Like if you have an end credit scene, they have confidence in this
no,
movie that
you
there's
have
going to be a
the
sequel.
original concept art when it was a more realistically like a more like what's the word? Like they took the movie more serious. They were supposed to do the normal get wood, go to the end, that progression, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
so like I'm like, how do you really go from here? Because they really set the bar pretty low. Because like we got a Legends style movie at the end of the day because it was a piglin army, right? We haven't touched Wither. We haven't touched the actual
Oh
bosses of
yeah.
the game. So like,
Well,
Yeah.
Minecraft story mode would go so
see,
hard as a
that's what I'm
Minecraft movie.
talking about. Imagine if we had a 1-to-1 movie
Minecraft
version of the
story mode,
Minecraft
that would
story
have
mode.
been nuts. I think you have to make it into a show. That's too long to do as a movie.
I mean, but like again,
Too
they would
long.
also have to like kind of stretch out a lot of story parts because it goes by pretty quickly. And also a lot.
Yeah.
I replayed that game last year. A lot of the characters are dicks. Like a lot of them
Yeah, they're
are
assholes.
really like really terrible
Just
people.
mean.
like
Yeah.
Like
Like
I make decisions that are like I try to like make everybody happy, and then this guy just goes, "I'm out." Like
yeah.
why? And the only character
Man.
that's not that is my favorite character, and that's Lucas.
Oh yeah,
Nobody likes
even
Lucas.
Petra, who
Yeah,
by the way
Petra is
is
like
voiced by Ellie from The Last of Us.
really like the game one
Yes.
or the
Yes.
okay.
The game one, not the
Anyway, sorry, but
actress
like
for
that,
yeah.
I would have been a better movie than this in terms of like actual
I
movie
would
standard.
I probably enjoy that. I don't know much about Minecraft story mode, but I've heard good things
You
about
gotta
You
it.
play it.
should
It's good.
watch Jacksepticeye's playthrough if you're gonna watch it. Or Mark
Jacksepticeye.
Okay.
Dan.
Dan, really? You think
I
Dan
don't. I
TDM
don't
over
even.
Jack?
I don't even think Jack played it
He did.
because he barely played
Old though.
Minecraft in like 2017.
Right, right, but that's different because remember with Telltale, he loves Telltale. He played the Batman game, he played all of the Walking Deads, and he played Minecraft Story Mode. I don't know if he played there was a second one, right? I don't know if he played that, but
There's
you
season
know,
2, and there's also uh, was it Tales from the Borderlands or something like
and
that?
then New Tales from the
But
Borderlands,
that's
which
not
he
made
didn't
by
play.
them. That's not made by them.
No, New Tales is not, but Tales is.
Mm.
Yeah,
Or you
New
Yeah.
can
Tales and the
play the poker game that they made, like
Okay.
Liars Bar.
something like that.
What do
Anyway,
you?
sorry.
Yeah, yeah, all right.
We're only
So
at
Minecraft.
41 minutes. I think
Right,
Yeah,
the
okay.
tangents
but
are okay.
I
Yeah,
think that they
okay.
should. Oh,
I just like to say like one more thing about the Minecraft movie that I feel like I'm sorry, a Minecraft movie that I feel like I have to get out there. It bothered me so much that that okay, this was a video game world. That right?
Hmm.
Okay, like they like you're at the end of the movie and they're talking about how it's a video game world and how we need to get back to the real world. But it's like in the context of the story, this is not a video game world. How is this part of a video game?
Did they say it was a video game?
I don't know if they said
They
that.
kind of did. They at the very least acted like it because they explicitly said that they needed to go back to the real world.
I think that was just the character's perspective on it. Basically, the story is Steve is this super creative guy that can't really exist in the real world or the world that they know, and so he's like, as a boy, I yearn for the mines, and then when he grows
Yeah.
up, he goes back to the mines and finds this mysterious portal that takes him to the land of creativity. So it's more of like not that it's the real world and the video game world, it's an alternate world. And if you watch
Well,
the game theory video, it's not all that unprecedented because the reason Minecraft Legends even exists is because you don't go back in time, you go to another world. So I think that it might be maybe like you can do like if you want to think of it this way, a server and there's multiple worlds. I don't know, or you can think of it in the game theory way,
dimensions.
or just be like this is just this is their world and this is Minecraft world and there's multiple Minecraft world. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
It's a
I'm pretty
weird
sure
thing that they
that's what I
established, but
remember. I remember them treating it like it was a video game world while
he
not establishing that it was a video game world at all, and that bugged me a lot.
I think it was mostly because like Jason Momoa and the main character were like video game coded, and they were just not literally, and they were
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
you
"Oh my
literally
god,
like
it's
a
like a video game!" Boop boop boop.
yeah.
Like,
It's like he's one of the best video gamers out there. He got the high score on Donkey Kong.
yeah. So I think that early part felt like pixels. Like,
It did. It
That's
did.
funny.
Honestly, that like first part where they're not in the Minecraft world at all, just completely unmemorable. I barely remember any
yeah,
of it.
and it
He
could
blew
be
And
his
one of
then you
those
get
back
into the
things
with a
where
Minecraft
jetpack.
world, you get in there, and then like the female characters, they do like
they,
squat for
they
the
yeah.
rest of the film.
This is it's one of those things where they're like, all right, we have established our world, so then maybe they do something along the lines of Sonic, where they stop doing more of the human stuff and just be like, here's Jack Black, the main character guy, Alex, and Jason Momoa because he's funny, and just be like, okay, y'all go defeat the Wither. I don't know, just something that's a little more high stakes. Maybe they take it a little more seriously next time and they do less of the human stuff or the real world stuff, because there's a lot of build up to like, okay, we need to tell you, we need to drill down your throat, like, hey, this little boy is just like Steve, right? He's super creative and he messes up in his real life, and he needs to hate his real life so that he can go into the Minecraft world. They needed to
Can I?
set that up. Now they can lean more into like the Minecrafty parts of it instead of being like, what is it? Just rip the band-aid off and be like chicken jockey, you know.
Yeah,
Can
that. Yeah.
So
Well,
they
I
can
just kind
definitely
of
change
want
this narrative around. They can. It's easy, and it can still fit within the rules bound by the world.
Yeah, I think what kind of messed with me because I didn't hear anything of Notch or Herobrine
Herobrine does not exist.
or
As far as I'm concerned, he does not
uh,
exist. That is not a real thing. Number two,
well, yeah, but Notch.
Notch.
What's up? Where's Notch? Where's Minecraft God?
Notch,
Where is he?
one, does not want to be associated with the Minecraft branding himself, and two,
Oh.
Microsoft does not want
Oh,
any mention of him either, because
oh,
in the public eye, nobody likes Notch. In
but he's
the
so important for the lore,
not
like of
no.
the game and how it was started and
Well,
everything.
yes, he made the game, but he sold it to Microsoft, and they literally treat him like what's her name? The Harry Potter lady.
J.K.
Hermione.
Rowling.
Yeah. They
What
treat
happened with
her.
her?
They. What do you mean? What happened with her? She has
Well, what's wrong with
opinions that
J.K.
people don't
Rowling?
like, and they're like,
I have opinions that people don't like. You have opinions that people
I'm
don't
aware
like.
of
What do
that,
you
but she
mean?
basically nobody likes her, and so they're like, okay, Harry Potter's made by
Was
half
she
spinning YouTube
canceled?
now.
Did
Yes,
cancel culture
all
get
the
it?
Kinda,
time.
yeah.
Oh
Like
wow.
every
I didn't
time,
even know.
she is mostly not even hands on with a lot of the stuff anymore. It's mostly,
With Harry Potter?
yeah, Universal that does anything with the brand, with the IP, and um, Warner Brothers, and and the same thing with Minecraft. Like, well, unlike Harry Potter, where she does still own Harry Potter, Notch doesn't own Minecraft at all, zero. And so he,
Damn.
well, yeah, that was established years ago. He sold that off a long
I
time ago, 100%.
I didn't
Yeah.
know he did like a full thing,
But it
I
was
didn't know
made by a
he
group of a few people, Notch, Jens, and a couple of others. Jens is still there. Jens, so a lot
Yeah.
of the original Minecraft blood is still there, just except for Notch. And the current public eye of Notch, nobody likes him because he has the exact same opinions, just not as crazy as what's her name. So people have pretty much at this point completely disassociated the two, and they're like,
Wait, is it the same opinions as J.K. Rowling, and that's why people
it's
don't
it's
like
it's
him?
a political. We don't need to get into it debate.
yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
we should talk
probably.
about
Yeah,
that.
no.
And so
People get too
people don't
worked
like
up
him.
over this crap.
And so Notch
Okay.
being mentioned in the Minecraft movie is probably a good call, even though they should
Okay.
respect the history. It's not a part
Damn.
of the current established lore or anything like that.
Real quick, before I forget,
What?
it's been killing me. I think oh,
Yes, just a double double, no onion. Yeah.
you want to send me some money
Number
for
six, a
food?
number six large.
Number
Uh.
15. No, just kidding.
So.
Real quick, I think Melissa McCarthy, real quick, should be Alex, just because Jack Black is Steve. That would be perfect.
I don't know. I again, there's a way to turn this ship around and make it more. We can make it bad good, or we can make it good good. There's it's open
Or
to
bad, bad.
interpretation. It's open to the interpretation now if they want to make it a sequel, or they can just leave it as is, and this will be the cultural cornerstone that it is, and we will move on from the, you know. By the
They could
way,
do they could do something really funny
Whoa.
and like cast like someone else that everyone
just
like I don't know,
rebooted
like
it.
cast like Aquafina as Alex. That would be
Oh
really funny.
God! I mean, if they
That
want to,
would be
again, that
awesome.
would just be
That would be
mostly
so
going
funny.
down the same road that we're on. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, other thing, kind of funny. Notch is currently making a Minecraft successor, by the way. But
Oh, yeah.
also,
Okay.
so is 4J
Successor.
Studios. So, if you didn't know, there are currently two simultaneous Minecraft successors being made by the old Minecraft teams. So, I think it's kind of funny. Like, both Notch has been making Minecraft 2 for a very, or what is basically Minecraft 2 for a very long time. And 4J Studios, if you don't know who they are, they make the console ports of the games, which are somehow infinitely better than the current
Oh,
Bedrock
there we
version,
go.
still to this day. They're currently making a Minecraft successor with Stampy, by the way.
Yeah.
Stampy?
Yeah,
Dang.
he's all over it. So, but they 4J and him have been like this since the dawn of time. So, like, cause he's mostly been a console player. So, and then he switched over to Bedrock before he
Oh yeah.
retired. Which, by the way, he's not retired. He still makes videos.
Stampy?
Yes, just on his podcast channel.
Oh, that's yeah. Correct.
Anyway,
Right.
speaking of podcasts, thank you guys so much for
We're
watching.
we're done. We're done.
I don't know what else there is to
Is
say
there
about
anything else?
specifically about the
Well,
Minecraft movie other than chicken
I
jockey.
maybe not.
A Minecraft movie.
A
A
Minecraft.
Minecraft movie. Hey, do you think for the sequel they finally call it the Minecraft movie?
No, it's called
I
Minecraft
think
Legends. He's a legend.
Minecraft
No, it
Live.
would actually it would be so funny if they called it a second Minecraft
A
movie.
second Minecraft movie. Again, still
Or
down the same road. There is a way we can turn this ship around. There is a way. If you want a good Minecraft movie, there is a way. Don't will it into existence.
Oh no, they're just gonna do the same thing they did before that makes some money. The movie's not gonna be any different.
I'm fine
I
with it
will.
either way, but there is a way that we can turn the ship around. I'm just saying.
Can I say something though, real quick, in regards
Yes.
to the Minecraft movie? In terms of movies that have come out, I definitely think that it was nice to see them try to do something so hard to do. A lot of the time, Hollywood and these big, name movie makers will play it safe, and instead of making a new story, they'll make a remake or they will reboot something, right? A
Or
great
just do a
Or do
sequel.
example,
something that's easy because it'll make them money instead of doing
right,
Yeah.
something challenging.
right. So
Well, this kind of that, honestly.
well, but new. I mean, obviously, you have people who know it's gonna be crap, but they still went for it,
Hmm.
right? They still went for it. Like, I mean, for example, one of the biggest issues I have with Disney, right, is that they keep
Live
rebooting
action.
stuff yeah, they're on that live action train, right? I wish they would stop that train or it would get derailed or something because whoa. Do you remember when that movie Luca came out?
Yes.
That was, listen, I know
Yeah,
people
that was
didn't like it.
Pixar.
That was Pixar?
Yeah, that was Pixar. I mean, Disney
What
owns
was what
Pixar,
was the
but
last in the Disney movies?
Encanto.
Really? People
No, I thought
I
it
actually
was.
think
like that
so.
movie.
It is a
Yeah,
good movie.
that was a good movie. But are
I'm
you
gonna look up
serious?
last latest Disney movies. Let me see here. Oh, they're including the okay.
Deadpool and Wolverine. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean that's
That is
Marvel.
not. And I
Well,
also Disney animation and Disney live action are a part of the same lineage. It's
Inside Out 2,
That's
Moana
Pixar.
it's
2.
Pixar. It's Pixar that is a separate branch.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess you. Oh,
'Cause it's like
damn. Yeah.
there's Disney movies, and then there's Disney Pixar, and then there's Disney Marvel, and then there's Disney Star Wars.
Yeah, I think it was. Oh,
I
no, no,
guess
no. It wasn't Encanto.
Moana
It
2.
was.
Moana 2.
No, no,
You
no,
know
no.
that was the
That's a
same movie.
sequel. It
You know that was originally
was.
supposed to be a show before it became a
That is
movie.
true, yeah. And then they announced the live action before we even got a trailer of Moana 2.
Hey,
Hold on,
so
let
it
me
looks
see.
like okay, of the ones I've heard, apparently they Disney Nature released a oh okay, so in theaters the very last thing that they released was Snow White. But right before that, the very last potentially maybe original I never saw it was Mufasa, the Lion King. That
That's
was
a
the last thing.
sequel.
Yeah, and
Wish.
right before that,
Wish.
was Moana 2.
Well, their last original movie. I know it's like Disney Pixar, but Wish.
Oh
Wish. That was the one I was
yeah,
trying to think of. They did something new. They did something new.
But people didn't like
Props.
it because it was bad.
it was
It
bad.
was
Yeah,
bad, but at least they tried.
I do
You know, at
appreciate
least
It,
they
that.
tried.
it
I
was supposed to
appreciate
be
that.
a anniversary movie,
Oh
and there was like some references in there, but like it wasn't like the Disney. It wasn't the millennial Disney mom movie that they wanted it to be.
no. I mean, they're releasing a new one. Disney Pixar is releasing Elio, which is not out yet. I don't believe.
Again, I have full trust in Pixar. They have never made a terrible movie. They made
Cars
okay
2.
movies. They've made okay movies,
You
but
took
not
that
like
back. I love
absolutely.
Cars too.
I hate
You
Cars
took that
2.
back. I love that. That was like,
There
remember
are
that era where spies were cool, and then they released Cars 2, and it
It's just
still had like
completely
the
unrelated to Cars, and the villain is just disabled cars. That's what the group of disabled cars is the villain.
No, it wasn't disabled cars. It was a car minority. Remember old
They're
cars.
lemons. They're lemons.
Lemon.
Yeah, no,
Oh man.
their engines were bad.
God, we're okay. I wanted this to be like a good 45-minute podcast. You know, it'd be fine.
Where
We're
we at
still. Why
now?
are we talking about Disney?
Well, hold on.
I don't know.
Supposedly there's another Toy Story,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, why did we get on the Disney train
Don't
again?
say that. They've had banger after
know.
banger after banger
Yeah,
after
okay.
banger.
Yeah, no, Joe, you were saying
Or-
you like that they're making like an original story. And like, you know, I respect that.
Yeah.
They did not pick Minecraft as an original story. They
No.
picked it because it's Minecraft and that'll make them money. But they did have to come up with an original
They
story.
did try. I fully agree. I fully think that.
There was not much of a
freeze frame.
there's
What
not
a
much
full
of a
freeze
story there.
frame. But like
Sorry, I knew it was gonna do that. I knew it was gonna do that. So.
it had been in development hell for
Yes.
10
I would
years.
like to give it I would
So-
like to give it points for that because when a movie goes through development hell, it's usually not very good.
Yeah. So I'm happy that we got a mostly good thing out of it. Like I enjoyed myself. I think
I
that's
mean-
really all that matters.
If you am I allowed to say real names
Yeah.
on here? Okay. If you and Liam and Jet and who else? Like if we got a good group of people, like a solid group of like 7, 8, and we went to go see the Minecraft movie, I don't think I could bring myself to turn that down. At all. I don't think, but that says a lot. Even though it might not have been a good movie to watch by yourself, or maybe some people think, oh, it's a terrible movie. The fact that, like, I don't think I'd be able to turn down going to watch the movie, knowing I don't think it's a good movie, if there was if all my friends were like, hey, let's go do this, I think that says something. I think it's like redeeming quality, like the community that you can kind of find. Just
That
kind of
is
like going
what
back to what I said
Minecraft
earlier.
all is about. Is the community.
It is. It really
Yeah,
is.
I mean,
Minecraft.
They got that
Really
right.
think about it. It's not that crazy of a game, and yet we all love it.
No, Minecraft. You know what's really interesting that you say that. My mom made a comment on that years ago. When I was like, I think when I was 15 years old, my mom caught me watching, not caught, but like saw that I was watching Sky Does Minecraft, and his what's it called, prison cops and robbers, his cops and robbers video with Sunday and Bayesian Canadian and what's the name, Basherverse, right? And she was like, what the hell happened to Minecraft? Minecraft used to be so calm, and just relaxing. These guys make it seem exciting, right?
And that's not normal Minecraft.
That's not normal Minecraft, but that community, spending time with multiple people, with all your friends, playing the game, I don't know what Mojang, I don't know what the
That is
original plan was.
exactly what they wanted because that's what they're all
Yeah.
about. So
Right?
you are
And
right.
so if that is it, then I feel that in a way the Minecraft movie has this paradoxical perfection to it.
Yeah. Even though it's a
And
horrible, awful, sucky movie,
yeah,
it's great.
We all came together. At the end of the day.
got that Dom Toretto family moment for family. It's a good
Uh,
movie for family.
It's like how the United Nations all came together to take down a big threat.
yeah. Sure.
Wow, was that a World War II reference?
Anyways,
Hitler?
ratings out of 10, not as a movie, but
Mm.
like the whole package.
Okay, as an experience, I rate it much higher than
Well,
as a
we're
movie.
not talking about just the experience. We're not talking about just the movie. I'm talking about everything that encapsulates what a Minecraft movie is.
Then I have to give it a lower rating.
Like if it's like if you're just talking about the movie and if we're critically analyzing it, that's not what we're doing here. I give it a solid 7 out of 10.
Okay, I was like 10 out of 10. Hold on now.
7 out of 10.
I believe that I can't give it a good rating right now. If I were to rate it, my rating would be too low because I couldn't finish the movie. I wasn't based enough to sit through the entire movie, right? I wasn't. So if I were to rate it now, I'd probably be like a 3. I literally like we left the theater after they stopped flying the Elytra.
Too
So
gay for you.
no, that's not what it was. It's just like the humor felt young. Like I felt like Asher and Taylor. I feel like if I was their age, I'd be laughing my butt off, not able to leave the theater. My eyes glued to the screen. But
It was
for
a really
me,
good kids movie.
oh yeah, yeah. Now, if
Oh yeah, I forgot to actually bring this part up. I don't think it was a good kids movie. I think the innuendos were way too fucking obvious.
it's for the parents. No, it's for the parents.
No,
It's for the
I think the
parents.
kids would get it, and that's the problem because the Mario movie is a great kids movie, and that was the problem with the Mario movie. It was too good of a kids movie.
Well, I mean,
I'd
I
give
think
it a 6 out of 10.
yeah.
He
Okay.
wants this. He wants this to be over.
Yeah.
No, I'm having fun. I'm just tired.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to help support the channel even further, you can check out our friends over at Dubby. If you use our code CrazyCap, you get 10% off of your order. And you can check us out over on Patreon. All these links are in the description below, by the way. Even at the $1 tier, you get access to exclusive content and content early. Like this podcast, you'll be getting an entire week early. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Adios.
Bro.